Where are the Virginians? I am so proud to be standing here with you today. I will tell you, and I love to use these lines because sometimes you just can't make this stuff up. Several years ago, the president said, quote, "When I was asked earlier about the issue of coal, you know, under my plan of cap and trade system, electricity rates would necessarily skyrocket, even regardless of what I say about whether coal is good or bad. Because I'm capping greenhouse gases, coal power plants, you know, natural gas, you name it, wherever the plants were, whatever the industry was, they would have to retrofit their operations. That will cost money. They will pass that money on to consumers." Mr. President, who do you think the consumers are? The consumers are you. They're me. They're the hard-working men and women of the United States of America who are going to pay for the policies, not only the lost jobs, but they're going to pay for the policies through skyrocketing electric rates all over this country, ladies and gentlemen. The president knew it. He set out to do it. He doesn't care about the American people. And he went on in that same interview to say, so if someone wants to build a coal plant, they can. It's just that it will bankrupt them. But ladies and gentlemen, it's not just the people building the coal power plants. It's the coal operations that are being bankrupted. It's the businesses that rely on the coal operations. It's the miners. It's the workers. It's the people who work at the factories that make things for the coal mines. It's the restaurant in Big Stone Gap that I love to go to that's no longer open because business is bad. It's the hospital in Lee County that along with Obamacare, the bad economy forced them out of business. It's the mom and pop shops all over coal country that the president is bankrupting. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad you brought the fight and the anger here to Washington, because our legislators, both in the House and in the Senate, need to hear from you. We have seen regulation after regulation after regulation coming down the pike. We've got MAC this and MAC that and exclusions on this and that and the other. You know what I think? I think maybe we need some regulations on the EPA. In these office buildings in this capital city, there are over a dozen EPA buildings that they have their offices in. Maybe we ought to have a little EPA MACT. Maybe they ought to have a reduction in the number of employees. After all, when the government was shut down, one of the strange things that happened was I did not receive a single phone call asking me to reopen the EPA. Maybe they need to have a few of their buildings go dark and they'll understand what's happening in coal country, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not the first one to say this here today, and I hope I'm not the last, but I hope that Gina McCarthy and the president will come to Central Appalachia and see the devastation that they're doing to our economy. Maybe then they'll understand the future of America is with coal and not against coal.